last week, so here I am now for my Sunday fix. Hello!
Evening, one and all.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Je m'appelle Mick. I hope you're all good to see. Oh, this bleeding collar on this jacket. It's I'm going to take the jacket off. I don't know.
He's getting good naked.
Oh, yeah, part of the celebration.
Hi, Lee Michelle. Hi, Bill. Hi, Simon.
Oh, yeah.
He was there for Dirty Faces and Jess.
Oh.
Hello.
Hiya, one and all. So, 3 years old. Woohoo! Channel is 3 years old. Let me just take the famous mushroom bottle opener. There is a toadstool. Open my cider up. Ooh.
Here we have bonjour, Mr. Stinky Puss, because he's been out. He's just been out and
had his walk.
I love you, little a lad. Well, it's not little, is it? The lovely Bailey. He comes and takes the Willow out for an evening walk because he loves Bailey and Bailey loves him. So he goes out and has his little.
Bailey's a young man that loves dogs.
Yeah,
he's a neighbour.
Hi, Stealth.
So
he's one of our neighbours and he looks after him really well.
Not a problem, I'm survivalist. Not a problem.
I will survivalist. I popped into your page when you lived a couple of times, but I said hello, but I didn't get thingy, so I popped back out again.
Yeah. So I hope everybody's had an awesome week.
Yeah, you're blended in with your table.
Am I?
Yeah, look, you're red and red.
Do excuse me, back in a minute. Can't have that.
Yeah, busy man world. Hey, Willow. Yeah.
We can't have that, can we? Can't have that.
Yeah, he's less of a Wookiee at the moment, but he's very happy because I don't know if anyone of you others had a bum in my face. Hi, Kitten. Follow Farmer P's farm. He does some lovely Dexter beef boxes, and tonight for our tea we had Dexter beef, Silverside beef, and oh my god,
it was delicious.
That's all right. Well, that's all right. No worries.
Right, so catching up with that. Right, so we're 3 years old. Would you like to hear some stats?
3 years old.
Statistics.
Wow.
What Nicky achieved in 3 years. Now, bear in mind how the channel started was literally.
Hi, Paranormal Team. Welcome.
Hiya, mate. Welcome. So, 3 years old, the channel. As not as big as some. I know it hasn't grown as fast as some. But let's face it, I know the secrets, and we will cover some of those in a bit.
Grow massive oats.
Right. So, we're 3 years old. We've got 780 videos in our catalogue. 780. I can't believe I've made 780 videos. That has led in 3 years to 356,509 views. That's given me 21.7 thousand hours of watch time and 2.14 thousand subs. So, when you break that down, because a lot of people talk about money on YouTube, let's be honest with you guys, and I am being brutally honest, okay? So,
it's not a ching, ching, ching.
In 3 years, this channel has made the grand total. In 3 years, we've made the grand total of £426.68. Just about covered the electricity bill. Our monthly audience is about 4,274 people a month. And we gain an average of 20 to 28 subscribers per month. And it's been like that for the last 2 years. Okay. On an average month, the channel makes what they pay me. It's about £14. Okay. So again, just about covers the electricity bill. He spends more
of that in his cider in a week.
Yeah.
2.
So I thought you might find that interesting because there are some channels out there making millions. Brilliant to them. Yeah. So my top, I then added a bit more research. I thought my top videos. So here's my top 10 videos of life. So this is in the 3 years. Okay. So Number one, the top video I ever made with the most score, and this is based on views, is survival pellets and spirit stoves. And that got 6,500 views. Closely followed by Bug Out Bushcraft Belt Kit. That got 5,983 views.
It's
In
all about the
third
fun, isn't
place,
it? About doing it world.
Yeah, Folding Stove Self-Heating Food got 5,532 views. Fourth place, Army Kit and Cook System, 5,400 views. EDC Head Torch was the first and the highest scoring short in there. I don't know why. That got 5,300 views. My Mate the Kelly Kettle, which was one of my earliest videos and the video I'm most proud of, got 4,955 views. Timu Survival Hall got 4,600 views. It's Not an MOD Survival Knife short, got 3,500 views. Prepper Tips for Home, that got 3,300 views. And Ultimate Bug Out Stove short got 3,000 views. Now, the reason I'm sharing that is for those of you out there maybe having your own channel, that gives you some ideas. You know, those did well for Mickey. If Mickey can't make a particularly good video, some of you guys I know make stunning videos. You know, by all means, take that information and use it and do well. All right?
Hi, biggest way.
Disappointing statistic for me. Okay, gender. 91% of my viewers are male and only 9% are female. I would love to encourage more women, more ladies, more girls, whatever, to come into this community, because as I'm always saying to people,
you're a pain.
The women of the community are such an asset. Okay. Quick breakdown of nationalities. The most common places seen now. If I look at the breakdown, it's everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world has got a percentage of me and Gaz. But the highest scorers are obviously the UK at 48%, 18% USA, 1.5% Canada, 1% Australia, and 0.5% Germany. Everybody else was coming in at points and so on, and it literally went right around the world. So wherever you are in this glorious world of ours, I'm always saying thank you so much. So yeah, looks like they want more Mickey outdoors then. Yeah. Right,
room. As you'll see, there's Bailey's in the room. The lovely Bailey takes Willow out for us every day for a walkies. Thanks, Bailey. He's been a bit of an. He's all wound up now, and he's bugging me for.
Yeah, when I've been ill, when I've had operations and that, Bailey stepped up like the man that he is, stepped up and said, "I'll take Willow out in the evenings for you," which has been a real help. Will Hamblin.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, mate. Oh, thank you, brother.
The pugs. Yeah.
I will. Right, next week I'm having a cider on you. Yeah. Thank you so very much, Will. Yeah. And Rach and the pugs.
Hi, Cat.
Belly rubs, hugs. And
our son's got a
no, I'm not going to offer Rach a belly rub.
Our son's got a pug. His name's Pumbaa. Yeah. He's 5.
So yeah, and again, it's about being honest in your channel. You know, so again, I'm not the greatest videographer. I've no training in cameras, photography, or anything like that. I'm just trying to catch what I like and share knowledge that I've been lucky enough to learn from other people over the years. And that's the sharing, the caring, the passing on of knowledge. And occasionally I get it wrong. And I've always said in the channel, if I get it wrong, if I pronounce something wrong, I get a name wrong, or I get an idea wrong, or I'm going at something from a different angle that you think, get hold of me, explain to me. And then I can look and see where I'm going wrong and share it with other people, point them in the right direction. We never stop learning, and none of us is I hate the phrase expert. It doesn't exist. I've met so many people in my life. I'm the expert. I know everything. And quite often within 10, 15 minutes, you're talking about something you're like.
Lee Michelle says, well, they love you because you're you.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, brother. You know, you never stop learning. And you can always see things from different ideas and views. So we're going to get back to the basics, okay? So a bit about the channel, a bit about work. I mean, I've wrote some notes here, and I'm not going to try to go on too much and bore you. But basically, our adventure began not knowing anything about IT or YouTube. It has been a fun adventure, full of self-reflection. It's had many ups and downs, both within the channel and within life in general.
Correct, Sarah. Let's all love each other. Yeah.
Yeah. I found it hard work. In all honesty, yes, I have many a sleepless night in here trying to edit a video and work it out and that. But it's always been rewarded. Huh?
Yes, sometimes the air that wafts out of this back cave can be quite blue.
Yeah, yeah. One of the things I will say to people, if you're going to make money out of YouTube, it ain't going to work.
No.
Right? In all honesty, it ain't going to work unless you're very lucky. There are methods you can use to make money out of it. And you can make it
the one, Bill?
You can make it self-sustaining, but it takes a lot of effort and it takes time to get there. When I've chatted to some of the bigger YouTube channels, and those guys go, "Mate, I was in the desert for 10 years. You know, I had nothing. You've grown quite quickly in comparison." So again, it's not something you can sit there and say, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and in 6 months I'm going to be making, no matter what these advisors tell you on the internet, it doesn't
considering
work like
you're going to be happy with 50 subscribers, and some of those are family and friends, and now you've got more friends than more family.
Yeah, the biggest secret to it is do it because you enjoy doing it. Do it in a way you enjoy, and make videos that you can be proud of and you're happy with. Okay. But it's very rare that anybody gets to become a millionaire or you know, make it their life, their sole job. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, Survivor on, well, you with you that if I see one more video of a cat and a bloody cucumber, I'm gonna,
I mean, let's face it. I've avoided those things that can make money. There are no boobs on my channel. Okay, you will not see my boobs at all. You'll see no gusset shots across a fire, accidentally glimpsing my inner thigh.
Well, don't Kiwi.
Get none of that. Okay, it might get me more views. No, I don't think it would. The truth of the matter is, okay, I'm only interested in realistic methods. I'm interested in the things that work for me, the things that I found that work for me, and trying to share them with other people. And I'm not saying that they're always going to work for others. But if I share them, they can try them, and if it works for them, awesome. If it doesn't, at least they've had some advice, they've been shown something, they can try it for themselves. You've got to find what works for you. I'm not an editor, okay? I spent hours, I kid you not, hours in here editing a 15-minute video because...
He actually get a little bit quicker than he was
just a little
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like a week.
Yeah,
it was
sleepless nights. The nights I have trying to figure out how to make the next video. And the funny thing is, the more I think about it, the more effort I seem to put into planning how I'm going to do it, the more that goes out the window and the worse the video becomes. For me, what seems to work is set the camera up and plod on. I admire people like Benny and Owen who can get the angles. They can go into their woods and see it and go, move the camera to there for that shot and so on. And I wish I could do that, but no matter how hard I try, it doesn't really come for me.
Excuse the dog is gone.
The truth of the matter is, Mike at TA Outdoors, as he pointed out when I very first started out and asked a few questions, he said, just do what works for you. Be yourself, do what works for you. Don't try and do what everybody else is doing. Do your thing and perfect that.
Do some changes. Now and again, do something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone and see.
Yeah. So I've given up trying to be the next big YouTube hero, success, and so on. Okay.
Will you be quiet?
I'm not going to try and be a YouTube hit. Yeah. I'm not in a particularly tough or it's outstandingly beautiful area. There's no deserts, there's no mountains around here. So again, that can be a bit of a struggle. Backdrops can be a bit of an awkward one. I'm not able to climb a sheer cliff in nothing but my Y fronts. You know, it's no matter how hard I try, it's not going to work. I cannot stop an artificial bleed with nothing more than a dock leaf. Okay, so again, those videos that you see out there, I'm not going to drop to that. I can't. I'm just going to do what I do,
Yeah.
and stick doing it.
Everyone's enjoying
Like,
it.
like I say,
Yeah.
you definitely don't want a gusset shot accidentally filmed across the campfire, or do you? I know there's one or two of you might. But what I can do, I can share my honest thoughts and realistic views of prepping and survival. Okay. And now that my body is getting better, I can focus on doing what I do best. I can focus on enthusing about being outdoors, learning and sharing as much as possible. So the next year's plans include at least, and these are just ideas and plans, okay, one international trip, a canoe, travelling around UK, finding some of your magic places and meeting more of you, okay? Yeah. And as a Land
Pasties and
Rover,
sausage roll.
Yeah.
Oh wow! You
Yeah.
toasty maker.
yeah, after all, life's an adventure. And as the Land Rover sales pitch goes, one life, live it and tend to. So it brings me down to, yeah. No, in fact, at this point, I'm going to hand over to Cass because I'm going to run out of notes for later.
Yeah. Three Dogs is saying that he's been cooking pasties and sausage rolls in his toasty makers by wrapping them in foil.
Making pasties, yes, you could. Yeah, you just.
Oh.
Oh no, bushcraft pasty challenge. Oh. Ooh, there's an idea.
Yeah, exactly. Fake skills in in shorts. It's
Yeah, it drives up the wall. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I've no doubt that makes many thousands of prepubescent boys grin eagerly, waiting for the next young lady to sew the left leg on a deer using nothing but a pine needle and a bit of cobweb. Excuse me, somebody's trying to get involved in this conversation.
Hi, Owen. So you made a squashage and the entire population of Scotland put a hit on me. That's bad. Yeah, bushcraft pasty challenge. Oh.
I just do love a pasty.
Yeah, he sneaked in there. I didn't see him come in.
he's like a ninja.
Yeah.
They breed them in Ireland, you know.
Yeah.
They ship them out to Japan.
See, you started out. Sorry, now Free Dog. You can. So it looks like you've. Everyone's thinking about the having a bushcraft pasty challenge.
There's a rather rotten video that made me laugh floating around on YouTube at the moment of a squirrel eating baldak noodles. Yeah, it's a bit unfair.
Yeah.
He was all right till he drank the water. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, but practice makes perfect, doesn't it?
Kiwi, it's all about learning, mate.
Yeah, it's over the winter, so you go in the garden, and over the winter you can give yourself a challenge that by my New Year's resolution, by Christmas, New Year, I will have made bread.
Yeah, I mean, that flatbread Jason's makes is one of the easiest, and I forget the measurements, but it's literally by feel, and that is just combine natural yogurt with flour. Okay, natural yogurt, flour, mix it into a dough, roll it up, spread it out flat, hot iron, no fat, just hot iron, till it's done.
I've been saying that he's painted the house this weekend, so he's wrecked.
Oh, I bet you are, mate. I bet you are.
Pasty party, overnight challenge, yeah.
God, pasty parties in Cornwall, that's a whole new thing.
Yeah, as long as it's chunks.
Yeah.
Not that liquefied baby food that
no, I have all my teeth. I need lumps.
We actually had naan last night, didn't we?
Yeah, we had curry last night.
Curry last night.
Yeah.
Morrison's one for a whole meal for two for a tenner.
Yeah, meal for two for a tenner. That was good. I enjoyed that. Although I had to cook up some chips. I cannot eat the curry without chips.
And I can't eat curry with rice.
So
I just can't do it.
I do like my curry draped over some chips. Yeah. Nice.
Well, we've done. We've looked into when we went away. We went to the Knights Templar little hermitage next to the chapel, and we've got the photographs and that. So we looked up the history. So we're going to do that the next few days.
Caroline going to do a video in the next few days. We're going to set up here with the camera and that. I'm going to be cameraman, and Kaz is going to do you a lovely informative video, and then we're going to stick lots of pictures with it
Yeah.
about the history of the place. Because my little walk around was just a little walk around; it didn't really do it justice. Incredible spot, incredible spot.
Yeah, unfortunately, the pathway down to the chapel and that itself was quite slippery and long grass.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought.
It would not. Kaz's scooter would have probably gone down it. It would have slid down it like a toboggan. It definitely wouldn't have gone up it. I was struggling. That's why when I actually, the little video I've done, you'll notice what I had to do is walk out through the cemetery, because I'm not going to walk back up that path. I was slipping going down it.
But there's some pictures of the stained glass, because they've actually got the heraldry.
Yeah, that's a beautiful, 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 beautiful spot. So,
6 egg omelette, lovely.
Yeah, so you guys got to help me out, right? So I've got to work out what videos I am going to be thinking about next year. Now, it's this whole channel.
We've still got another 2 months to Christmas, till New Year, so.
Yeah, for the rest of this year, I'm going to concentrate on cooking alternatives outdoors. Okay. Equipping your location kit. I'm going to go through all the gear I've got, and sort of like if you were setting up like a semi-permanent camp at Hunter's Camp, maybe a week-long, 2-week-long survival camp, then that's the sort of kit I would take with me. How I'd set it up, how I'd rig it. So that's a video I'm going to be doing up in the woods. We're going to look at water heating out in the wilds. And how you can use your water most efficiently.
Yeah.
Safe storage, food prep, frontier meals.
Bailey wants to know places to bow hunt, because it's been quite difficult for your mum's been trying to find you stuff to do that.
Bow hunting in the UK is illegal. Okay, they don't allow people to hunt with a bow in the UK. You can hunt with a rifle. Believe it or not, you can actually take vermin with a catapult, but you're not allowed to kill a living thing with a bow and arrow. So that would purely be a survival situation. Now, under most countries' laws, if you found yourself stuck on an island in the middle of nowhere and there was no other way of you gaining protein, hunting would be the way to go. So again, I do recommend to people learn archery. It's a great silent system that if you ever found yourself in a situation where you had to protect yourself or gain protein, it is something you could go to, and it's renewable. Unlike bullets and guns, they go bang, the bullet goes away, you're left with a brass casing. Unless you're a bit of a chemist, you're not going to make black powder, smelt the lead to make the bullet, to put it all back together again, find the formate of mercury to do your primer. But with a bow, you can always reproduce arrows. So again,
Kiwi, you're not allowed to cut down a tree if it's a private land, but if it is a diseased tree or a fallen tree, you can.
Right. So on private land, right, what you've got first of all, you've got to do is you've got to find out.
Yes.
You need permission from the landowner. Second to that, you need to find out if any of the trees there have a preservation or protection order on them. Okay. Now, in some areas like my woods, we are only allowed to take out a certain percentage of the trees because it falls within the national park. Although it's private land, it sits within the national park. So we have to get permission to take timbers. The only thing we're allowed to take is dead standing or dead fallen. So if a tree has fallen and it's obviously on its way out, we can take that. If it's dead standing, we're allowed to take that because it's a safety issue. We're allowed to remove branches and limbs that are dead that could be a risk or a danger. So there's some very difficult, tricky laws on collecting and harvesting wood in the UK. It's not quite as simple as a lot of people think. They can just go and cut down a tree. And people often say to me, oh yeah, but if it's only a little one, it doesn't really matter. Well, just remember this. The law says 3 inches at shoulder height, 1.3 meters. So anything with a larger diameter of the 3 inches at 1.3 meters is classified as a tree and therefore gains the protection exactly the same as if it was an oak that had been there for 700 years. So you have to be a little bit careful. Basic rule of thumb is speak to the landowner, get their permission, their authority. They should have done their due diligence. and go from there. And if it's a tree you've never seen before and you think this is pretty rare, I've never seen one of these before, leave it the hell alone.
Yeah, you're right there, Owen. Owen was saying, he said, what happened when he used to go camping? It was like a tin of beans and popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my favourite used to be, you know, the Heinz Big Soup.
Yeah.
Because it's like a stew, really. You got so many different versions
Simple,
of it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Simple. I'd like to do a medieval survival camp, i.e., sort of kick myself out medieval styling, you know, complete with the cape and that. Because again, when we're often talking about, you know, if shit hit the fan, what you would do if you had to go primitive, and I'm always saying to people, just look back to 200 or 300 years ago, or even look back to the medieval period. People survived then with none of the technology we have today, and against those elements. I mean, medieval survival was a way of life. You got to remember, no electricity lights. You probably couldn't afford candles unless you were fairly wealthy and things like that. So you shorter hours in the winter and more to do. Collect firewood, prep things, do things. It all took time and energy, but it was a different method.
Kit was saying he's convinced Paula to join a local archery club after she found out he had a bow when they were down at ours.
Awesome. Awesome. Dan and Tessie, my son Dan and his partner Tessie,
Eden Mac,
were part of the Bisley Bowmen, which can trace its roots way back several hundred years. And yeah, people go there. They've actually got a hunting range there. So they've got the I think they phoned the targets of wild boar, deer, and so on. And these guys actually do stalks, practice, train, so that they're keeping these old methods or this system alive. I'm tempted to join it. It sounds really interesting. I'm tempted to give it a go myself, and maybe.
That's our youngest son, Dan. He actually he ordered himself the little tiny sort of off-round little metal rings, and he made his own chainmail.
Yeah.
So he made it with the head and the sleeves, and yeah, it took him hours and hours sitting there making it.
That's it stuff. So that's one idea for a video. I keep getting asked to do a catch and cook. I might do something along that lines. Right. How about show me yours? Yeah. Next year, I'd like to do a couple of show me yours videos. I'll come and visit your camp. Yeah, I might bring Mac along with me, might bring Sticks along with me if they're available. But I come to your camp and spend a night in your camp with you. Yes, I do remember your crossbow, Mick. Crossbows, very dangerous things. That's another idea for a couple of videos and that. And it would be interesting to meet with people.
You don't need to cut them down if there's that many dead.
Yeah, if it's dead, you're pretty much fair. It's fair game, and that goes back to trying to remember the correct term for it. It's not tillage. It's basically going back to commoners' rights, which there was commoners' rights which had various.
I noticed that in the New Forest, they've the pannage, which is you've been able to put your pigs out onto the forest, because there have been such an abundance of acorns this year. They've actually allowed the pigs to they extended the time that the pigs can be out in the woods. So don't be surprised if you do go down to the New Forest now. That normally this time of year you wouldn't see any piggies, but
somebody comes rooting.
Yeah. You suddenly come across a really big sow.
Hi Andy. Yeah, we're doing good, mate. Yes. It was very close to RIP Mac. Yeah, little Mac. Yeah, that wasn't far off it, was it?
Sort of about a Land Rover going right through, was it?
Yeah, it was. I don't know that I could read. All right, yeah, I suppose I can tell the tale. Can I tell the tale, Mac? Because it is a safety tale. Can I tell the tale of two youthful lads cocking up? You let me know. Just give me a yes or a no. So the other ones, I want to visit the UK's best prepper shop.
Jess said you're welcome to go down to a secret spot.
Yep. Brilliant.
He said, yep.
Brilliant. Right, so this story goes back a long time ago. This is when there was a full head of hair on here, both me and Mac, and the beard was not so grey. In fact, it wasn't grey at all.
I hadn't worried in that much by then.
One day, two chaps, who won't be mentioned by name, went out, and one of them decided, I think it was an archery shop we'd gone into, and one of them went, "Oh, look at that! I like that." And it was like the top of the range crossbow. You cocked it to load it. It was an amazing piece of kit. And he went, "I'm having one of them." And so he did. He bought it and sort of selection of bolts. And we probably went back to Aldershot, as you do. And being both ex-military and both pretty savvy up there, we thought, how are we going to do this safely in a small garden? I said, well, we use the house as a backstop. Okay, and this house had a wall and then an L shape that came out. So we thought, if we're firing into there, brilliant. The only problem being there's a window. Okay, both farm lads as well. So we charged off, we found a farm, we bought ourselves a load of straw bales, and we stacked these straw bales up in front of the window. Good, we thought, awesome. Straw bales, how powerful is this bow? Hang on, says my mate. We took the roof off my Land Rover. We put the Land Rover roof up against the window, covering the window, and then stack the bales in front of it, and then stick the target on the bales. All's good. All's good, say I. Yeah. So we did this, we set it all up, and we paced out a good 25 paces back from it. First bolt's fired, can't see it, it's obviously disappeared into the straw. Second bolt's fired, it's obviously disappeared into the straw. At which point we hear, shall I say, the yodeling of a not amused gentleman.
Another ex-squadron.
Yeah, another ex-squaddy who was yodeling a blues song, a very blues song, at which point me and Mac looked at one another and put said crossbow down in a safe and orderly manner, safe to catch on, unloaded and cleared, place it down. Range is now clear. Only to find out that what actually happened was the crossbow bolts had gone clean through the bale, clean through a Land Rover roof, clean through the window. It left a hole in the window. It punched through the glass with enough velocity that it didn't shatter the whole window. Went across the room and between said other chap's face and his computer screen whilst he was working. Okay, and bounced off the wall. Not a good day. So we will say there are moments with crossbows. There are moments you get a good idea, and I've always stuck to it since. What you think is a safe backstop,
Not necessarily.
double it, triple it, and again, that old golden rule. Make sure, under no circumstances, no matter what, there is nobody the other side of the targets or downrange. But there we go. It was a damn good crossbow, though. It's a very good crossbow.
Oh dear.
I've got to ask a question.
Yeah, I think everyone. What about the geese?
We don't mention
No.
the goose. No, we don't. We don't go on about the geese.
Oh, it's
There was no goose harmed in this,
No.
but we won't discuss the goose.
No.
Right.
So how is bushcraft today? And has everyone got this very soggy weather that we got at the moment? It's been pitiful today.
No, excuse me, whilst I just check on site.
Fire towards the end, ignore background. Exactly.
Right, so we have a question there. How old was the New Forest? I shall tell you. He says
It's moist in Horndine. Yeah,
the
true.
New Forest is nearly 1,000
Mushrooms.
years old. William Conqueror designated it the Royal Hunting Grounds in 1079. The area itself has a much longer human history, with people inhabiting it since the Bronze Age, and even possibly even earlier to the Mesolithic period. The formal designation and creation of the New Forest was in 1079. So that's where it gained its name. In 1079, somebody went, we're going to put a new forest here, and it's been called the New Forest ever since. In 1217, the Charter of the New Forest was establishing, restoring rights to the common people. There we go. There we go. 1,000 years old.
But people still drive through there like...
Yes.
There was another case, was it another poor pony got decapitated by an idiot driving so bloody fast?
Yeah, and as Max said there, nobody died. No, I don't. They did. Never heard anything. It wasn't us. It was the big
Very
boy
good,
that did
Bill.
it, and then he ran away.
Bill says, if you have a video of the goose, I'll take a gander.
Yes,
yeah,
they do.
I'm just saying, actually, funny enough, Sussex, the Panage, where there's the pigs out on the New Forest, because there's been such a amazing amount of acorns this year that they're actually allowing them to panage longer this year, so it'll be well into the new year, I should imagine.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be interesting. Right, so
we were watching a very interesting thing the other day on about a man. He was doing a fire, like one of your log burning stoves with pine cones, and acorns, and conkers was another one. But the stupid idiot didn't prick the conkers first.
Yeah,
they put them in there, even though they've been drying for a year. Yeah, they went.
Yeah, exactly that. Bushcraft Sussex. Yeah, they put the pigs down. They eat the acorns. It stops the horses ingesting them accidentally, because horses are a bit daft like that. They will nibble away. So another video I'd like to do next year, if anybody's interested. Now, this isn't put out there for anybody that has to. This is if you would like to. And this would be done with whatever protection you needed. So if you wanted to be off camera, but so people can hear you, the idea is round a fireside. I'm going to call it a Meet the Military. Fireside chats with guys and girls who wore the boots. Okay. And that is, I'd love to hear people's stories. They don't have to be heroic. They don't have to be adventurous. They just the tale. I'd just like to be able to preserve the stories of ordinary service personnel. Okay, because I'm not knocking. There's lots of people. There's lots of channels. There's lots of TV companies out there going, "Oh, this guy got a VC. This guy got an MM," and all the rest of it. There are many thousands of people other than them that did their service, and nobody's telling their story. So, and there's not a service person that I could meet that hasn't got a few funny tales, a few stories from their time. So again, if there's anybody that would be interested in doing that,
Lee said some things are best not said. Yeah,
but it's there are some funny sides. There are bits people can talk about, and again, the tale of the ordinary man. Okay, it's something I've promoted for years, and again, it's only out there for those of you that would be interested in doing it. It's not me trying to pressure anybody. You don't have to go down any rabbit holes. I'm not after any myths, legends, or things. It's literally
Max volunteered to be the first one.
Yeah. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. So, the idea, Mac, you've seen that we discussed the format before, where it literally set up the fire in the woods in an evening, a couple of tins, coffee, whatever you fancy, and it's just literally a chat. It's a podcast outdoors. There's lots of people.
We can maybe speak to another one of our friends about his when he put the captain's flask in his tank barrel and blasted his flask to Kingdom Come.
Lee, exactly that, mate. And again, it doesn't have to be military personnel. I've said meet the military boots. There's lots of.
They might have one of your
Kitten worked offshore for many years. I'm sure he's got some fantastic stories. So anybody,
maybe one of your relatives. You have a story of one of your relatives, your uncle, or your granddad, or your dad, or something that.
And it is just to try and get down and record some of the ordinary guys' tales, because some of those in their own way are just as interesting and just as fun. There's nothing like hearing about the how you felt that first week you turned up at depot or your training camp. What was it like? What were they like in them days? What were the corporals like?
Yeah, was it really like?
Who do you remember? What
do you remember the 70s? Get some in.
Yeah,
a bit like that.
What was it like in your? And that's again, so we can preserve that. It was. I'm no historian, but I think people would find it interesting and would find it funny. Yeah, and there are going to be bits you won't want to talk about, you can't talk about. We've all got a few of those, and I wouldn't. There's going to be no pressure at all. It is literally you tell your story. Another thing I'd like to do is to track down the log hoppers and spend a night with them. Because I keep saying we've been chatting offline. We're going to get together at some point and have a natter. I will be doing it. Adam B. Twitter my slogan.
Excellent, Adam. That sounds amazing. But yeah, Matt was saying he's just mentioned shout out to Desert Drifter. He's on YouTube, and he explores ancient Native American places and artifacts. That's really
just not a problem. Not a problem. But again, you don't. I know this is the thing. I'm not expecting people to come onto the channel, sit by the fire, and go, "I was serving with." Or I was part of.
What you can do,
you can turn around, brush over all that, and you can just say,
if you really want to, you can be out off screen. Maybe
you
just
can
be to one side, and you don't have to have your name mentioned at all.
Exactly that. For those that don't want to be mentioned, it wouldn't be mentioned by name. You can have your image off the screen. Camera could just be looking at me. The idea is people can hear you. You can tell your story. And
hogging the light again.
The other thing is, when I've done this, it's something that I would give you the rights to see first before it ever went live. You would be able to see this, watch it, review it, and if there's something in it you're not happy with, you can say to me, Mick, I've had second thoughts about that. I better take that bit out.
Sussex was saying he's never been in the army, but his granddad was a lance sergeant in the Guards in World War II. His story is interesting. Exactly that.
Sussex, exactly that. I'll come down to you, and this is the idea. One of the things I think about doing is I pack my vehicle, bring my camera, simple setup, my brew kit, and all the rest of it. I come down to you. I sit in your woods. And tell me the story of your grandfather. Tell me the stories that he told you. Share them, get them out there. This is all our history. And
it gets forgotten otherwise, doesn't it?
It does. And the little man's tale is so seldom told. Okay. And yet, without the little man, quite often the big men can't function. We all know the great stories of some of the great leaders and that, but what about the little guy that stood behind him carrying his shield?
He said he could go to his mate's woods. It's only half an hour away from
North Chapel. I know North Chapel.
Yeah. And Matt, we were thinking about doing maybe a overnight down at in Bude Hotel Travel Lodge, and then going out to the Davidstone Moor and doing that military museum again.
Yeah, you fancy coming along with me on that? That'd be interesting. And I would like to revisit some of the places from my career. Yeah. I'd like to go revisit some of the places from my career, which might mean a bit sneaking about actually, because it might not be places that you're actually allowed to go. But maybe if I did it and didn't tell anybody and didn't actually show exactly where it was in this world, you might find it interesting. It might meet up with a few old faces. But again, that's what I'd like to do.
Wow, Jess. A finger in a granddad's hole who was shot in the leg as a pilot.
Oh wow. Yes, but that's exactly it. That's exactly the sort of story I'm after. Those things,
I remember I had a book. I think I've still got it. It's World War II stories and things like that. And there was a story there about these. I believe they were German soldiers, and they got a little piglet, and they looked after it, and gave it their rations and that to keep it going. And then one day it it fell in a river and floated off. So all their hard work to grow this pig,
And just and again on your channel, I'm not saying this is another thing, isn't it? Like YouTube. So if I make a video tomorrow, building a house out of straw, making it clay and so on,
wow, that's a good old age.
I can guarantee you there'll be somebody else out there doing exactly the same thing. And then there's always that, he's copied me, he's copied me. I have no copyright over anything I produce. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, if you see something I've done, you think, oh, that's great, I could do that, but I could do it a little bit different. I'm more than welcome for you to put your own twist on it.
Yeah.
Because I don't own bushcraft, I don't own survival, I don't own prepping, I don't own that. They don't belong to me. So again, put your own onus on it. If you want to do a fireside chat on your channel, telling some of the stories from your youth or from your grandfather, do so. Because again,
I found a recipe for making you're right, homemade antibiotics.
Yeah, antibiotics.
Antibiotics.
Yeah.
So, but I've got to get quite a bit of stuff together for that.
Yeah. So it's all about sharing, isn't it? It's about sharing, caring, keeping stories and tales alive. One of the things that used to happen was people would sit around in the evenings. There would be less entertainment. There was 3 channels at the radio, and people shared the stories of their grandfathers, their great-grandfathers, their uncles, cousins, and so on. And it kept their stories alive. But in this modern day of the internet, there is so much thrown at you that people aren't telling those stories anymore, and they're disappearing, and that's a damn shame. It is a damn shame because, again, let's actually tell you some funny story. And so
keep me out of it.
Yeah. We all have them. It's just keeping them alive. And memories, friends, people you've met, people that trained you, people that it's
naval, aircraft. It's not just the navy, is it? It's all the things. Maybe you have one of you've had a relative that was one of the people that worked on the fires in London, or when they had the bombings and things like that. And
there you go.
Yeah.
Seamen. Okay, tales of merchant seamen as well. That's another group that not often looked at. We often talk about the navies. The navies. I'm not knocking the navy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the navies. Only you ex-navy. Don't get that. Oh, make you a bitch. I'm not. But who tells the story of the merchant seamen? Those
the land girls.
Yeah, thousands of brave men that fed this country and brought resources from many nations, not just my own, but from many nations that lost their lives, put their lives on the line. Can you imagine getting on a ship and actually running those convoys across the Atlantic, or even worse, the Arctic convoys to Russia? The conditions, the fear and the threat that those people faced. And they weren't military, they were civilians who just went, yeah, it needs to be done, I'm going to do it. And their story's not often told, which I think is a real shame.
There's always something in families. I mean, my grandfather would love to have shared his stories, but he's always sort of put off it by my mum, being worried that it would frighten us kids. Whenever he watched a war film, we got kicked out into the garden. It was
romance, so again, their stories deserve to be told and remembered, and it's like I say, it's the little people that often disappear into history. People will talk for another 100, 200 years of the great sea battles between the Hood and that.
I always thought it's nice when you see some of the old soldiers and airmen and that going to sort of middle schools and sitting with the children and sort of telling them things. It was
It's all history. It's got to be preserved. It has to be preserved. It's important to be preserved. And there are even tales from now there are people I know that work in different professions, not necessarily military, that face quite dangerous and difficult odds on a daily basis. I mean, I know people in some of the toughest professions in the world, and I'm not talking necessarily about military. You look at farming, so highest fatality rates going.
Yeah, we actually watched that Finch last night with Tom Hanks and the dog and the two robots. That was such a good film.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that immensely.
Yeah. So again, it's I'm going to try and, I don't know, might work, might not. It depends how many people are interested. It might not get many views, but the beauty of it for me, if I sat there, it's like Mac doing his. Okay, that would be credited to him through my channel, but it'd be out there then.
Yeah.
Be in the ether forever.
We'd like to go to we've got the badges, haven't we? The chalk badges. We've got the chalk horses. There's so many other things
much to see.
And the like I said before, now the gunpowder mills, and there is a lot of things to do.
There is a lot to do. So that's going to be next year, or later on from this point forward, as we're moving forward. You know, and this is the whole idea: is to have those adventures, tell those stories, meet those people, meet you people, and again, in 3 years' time,
excellently,
I might be at 2,750 subscribers. I might have earned another 50 quid. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother. I never set up the channel in the beginning to make money. I said if it did,
wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll be realistic and say if it did, because we all fantasise, we all sit there and think, it'd be lovely if it did. If it did, yeah, it'd have been great. But
the people that think they can just give up their jobs just to do YouTube, it's no. A bit of pie in the sky, then, I'm afraid. There,
it is very much pie in the sky, isn't it? It's you have to keep your feet on the ground. Yes, my feet are always on the ground. Apart from when I'm extremely drunk. Then
Jeff's got a question for you, my love. It says, Mick and Kaz, I'd like to start doing live streams, but all of my videos are made in the woods. Do you have any advice for getting started, set up with lives?
Right. So, Jess, how I do my live stream. So
I don't know. Perhaps we should have a little, horn or something to or a bomb going off to hide the expletives.
Possibly. We'll see if we can edit some of that in. So, Jess, what I do in mine is very simple, sweetheart. I literally find somewhere you got a good signal. If you do it on your phone, first things first, go have somewhere that's a good signal. Lucky enough, I'm here in the man cave, and all that you're being done on tonight is a PC. Simple PC. Kiwi knows the PC. With a very cheap and cheerful, off Amazon, sub 20 quid webcam. Okay, that's all I use for my setup there. When you go into your YouTube studio, you've got Go Live. If you click Go Live, you can then program it to do your video, or you can just go instantaneously live. I always schedule mine because then I can sit my notes and so on.
Benny might be the one to ask as well, because he's been doing some out in the woods, and the first couple of times he had issue with his phone because you had the sound but not the picture, and then you had the picture not the sound.
Yeah.
So
the key factor is making sure you've got damn good signal. Lucky enough, we did that one in Cornwall. I was able to tie into the Wi-Fi there. So again, if you've got anything around you that's got a good enough Wi-Fi signal, you can piggyback off of. Not naughty Mickey, but you can piggyback off of. Do that. That's the secret. It's just having that good signal. Tips to anybody that's going to do a live. Right. One, I don't write a lot of notes. A lot of the lives I just do. I sit there, I run out of time, and I just go, right, I'll freehand it tonight, and I go off the conversation there. Top tip to you is to write yourself out a rough brief of what you want to cover, what you want to go through, especially if you're doing this sort of live, which is more of a formal live. Doing it on your own is a pain. I used to, the first few I did on my own, but then once Kaz came in and helped me, it's really been a bonus because and you don't see it, but sometimes I can just tap Kaz on the knee, let her know that I need a wee,
Yeah, or
rather than
I'll sort of tap him and say,
yeah,
I need to say you. I've been asking questions, and it's like it's going on, and I need to. Yeah.
Hi, Natty.
Hi,
How you doing, mate? Hope you're good. YouTube is a job as risky as burning yourself making a volcano. It is. That's the other thing with YouTube. Anybody that's looking at starting YouTube, I will say to you this: just remember, the problem with YouTube is you put yourself out there in the public. You've got to have a thick skin. You have broad shoulders and a thick skin. Right? If you stuck 1,000 people in the room, said, "Put your hands up if you like me," okay, it's going to be 50-50 split. Okay, and there is always a troll. There's always some sort of header out there that wants to wind you up.
There's always a little one that's whispered.
Yeah, have a thick skin, broad shoulders. If you don't like what somebody says, right, I try and engage with everybody. So somebody might put up a comment like, "I think your videos are crap." Fine, not a problem. I'll always answer, "Well, can you tell me how you think they're crap, why you think they're crap, so that I can learn and get better?" Because that's the sort of person I am. It's no good just saying to me, "You can't." Tell me why you can't, so we can sort out so you can. Okay, that's my mental ethos that way.
And before we go too far, hello to the people that haven't been able to make it to the live this week. I believe John is away and enjoying himself. Mr. D.
Yeah, Mr. D's busy as well.
Lee Roberts.
Yeah.
Hi EDC, how you doing, Mike?
Hi EDC, how you doing, Mike? How you doing out there? I hope the weather's good for you, brother.
Tree Dog would like to know, what do you think of the new YouTube courses section?
Yeah, I've been looking through it. It's a bit in depth for me. Some of it goes over the top of my head. One of the things I've realised is I know what I know, and I do what I do, and I'm just going to keep on doing it. There are, I've been offered, oh, you need an affiliate link to this, you need to do it, that. I'll be honest with you, I do what I do, and I do the lives. I don't know anything about the internet, and so I'm very, very cautious that way.
Another one, being on your own, is where I am admin, and so there's Kitten and Owen and Sticks.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like the other day, you have someone come in, they start off all right, and then they start making stupid stupid comments, and you don't like thinking.
And
but
you can't watch both. You can't watch the comments.
And so usually there's someone that says something, then one of us will sort of delete it, and if they keep on, then we just boot them out.
Make sure and have your administrators if you're doing a live. Have some friends that you can trust. They're going to be there.
I always said, someone call me.
Yeah, and have those guys on there so that they got your back. Basically, it's like being stood in a pub with a couple of mates with you. They got their eyes open for you, and if they see it,
sometimes you didn't even see it the other day, did it? We had one recently, and he didn't see it, but we did, and it was removed. But I did hear a story this week. Just before I forget, I saw the headlines, and it said crocodile seen in. It was near the Thames, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Someone had. And I thought, Anyway, what happened? This person was fishing, and they saw this 3-foot long crocodile, and they managed to. It was dead. They managed to reel it in, and I thought, I don't know what to do with it. So what they did was they put it on the side of this canal. It was a canal.
Yeah.
And someone who was walking on the canal, walking along, went, "Oh my God! Look, there's a crocodile." So they took a photograph of this crocodile, and by then the police had been called. And when they came out to look at it, it was actually a stuffed one. I think it's more like a caiman.
Yeah.
So
Simon said there.
It was a caiman, and it was quite funny because when you looked at it, I don't know if it happened while they were reeling it in, but it had a big hole in the side, and the thing was completely empty. And it was It was like some people's brains. There's
Still-
nothing there.
Still make you jump though.
It
wouldn't
would, yeah.
It's still not. You're walking along with your dog and that, and suddenly yeah, it's going to make you jump.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you've gone
there's
from
always somebody-
70s to 50s, Mike. That's not like good, is it?
There's always somebody who's going to find something like that, and yeah, think it's funny to chuck it in the water.
I know,
But-
Mac, I know you've seen on the Widmouth board that they've had a couple of seals visit the beach, and their local marine people were able to keep people and their dogs away from it because.
Yeah,
it's
so
nice.
that's something I'll put out there as well. We're getting to that time of year now. So anywhere near the coast, especially here in the UK, it's pupping season. Or no, it's not pupping season. It's time for the pups to start sort of exploring a bit and getting out on their own.
Excellent, Mac.
So if you see a seal pup anywhere, if you're really concerned about it, get hold of the Marine Rescue or just get hold of the police. 999 it to the police, and they will put it onto the right people.
Because turtles,
If
especially if
it's-
it's been bad weather,
Yeah.
you will get young pups and turtles.
Yeah, don't approach it. Invariably, mum and dad are around. Keep an eye on it until the experts get there, because again, it's a lot like handling deer. Once you've picked it up and handled it, it creates issues for that animal. There's scents, there's oils, there's imprinting, all sorts of weird, wonderful stuff goes on.
Mm.
Your best bet is just secure it. If it is obviously life-threatening, you can see it's getting smashed against rocks or dogs are going to attack it, then yeah, by all means, you're going to have to do what you're going to have to do. But if you can avoid handling them, do so. It's the same rules with deer or any animal, really, youngster. It is, seek expert help. They know what they're doing. They will come down. They will sort it out. They're the experts. Only get involved if you really have to. And if you have to get involved, then accept the fact that you're going to probably have to be responsible for that, whatever it is, for a little while.
Like we bought the fox cub back after being it was knocked down.
The fox cub that was knocked over and run over near here that was brought to me. I didn't expect him to survive the night. He did make it through the night. The following morning, within 10 minutes, he'd imprinted on me and Kaz. He decided that he was going to live here. He was happy, curled up on our laps. He
actually escaped out of the box you put him in.
So again, you just got to be careful.
But we did take it to a rescue centre, and there's another thing. If you do pick up an animal, like a young animal, may it be a deer, fox cub, a badger, anything like that, if you got what 3 words on your phone, take the what 3 words for that location and make a note of it or take a screenshot of it, whatever, because more likely, if the animal is able to be returned to the wild after it's been made better, then it's better for the animal if it was able to return to where it came from. So yeah, that's what we did, and we were able to give him the what 3 words. So once he was made better, he can be returned back to his land.
Well done, Mac. As Mac said there, he's mentioning about a snide comment on Reddit about a simple spelling mistake.
Anyway.
So his answer to it was, sorry, my first language is Gaelic, my English is poor. Absolutely brilliant, mate. That's the way to deal with them.
Should I say about my dodgy phone call that I had?
Yes, by all means. Yes. I've just got to dive out the room for 2 seconds. Sorry, chaps.
Right, I don't know if I've told you this before, but you get those phone calls and it's always from a phone company, etc. Well, I was here with one of my friends who's quite a prude. She's lovely, but I was there and the phone went. So I answered the phone and it was a lovely lady saying, "Hello, I'm here to save you money on your phone bill." I said, from, I think it was BT, no, Virgin, I believe, one of the companies. Anyway. And I said, "You can't." And she goes, "Pardon?" I said, "You can't save me money on my phone bill." She went, she said, "Yes, I can save you money on my phone bill." I said, "No, I actually run a sex chat line. So I don't actually pay for my phone bill. The people that call me for my sex chat pay the bills." And she went, "But I can save you money." I said, "But I haven't got a bill. I run this sex chat line, so my customers pay." So I don't know where it come from. My friend was so shocked. But sometimes, yeah. Hi, Lefty. Hi, Levon. Matt got 3 apologies.
Hi, Lefty. Hi, Levon. How you doing? Hope you're good.
Yes.
Oh, I hope all is good at Bull Shoals.
Yes.
Oh,
Get some fishing in.
I hope you get some fishing in.
Yeah, will.
Oh, don't excuse me, chaps. I was a bit exhausted. Running up and down the stairs. Small dog was asleep on his back, feet to the air, exposing
Yeah.
his underwear.
Yeah, our eldest son, whenever he gets people for gas or electric, he asks them if they want. He says, yes, I'll talk to you about my supplies, but I'd like to talk to you about God. That soon gets him off the phone quicker than anything.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, I could be. Yeah, I don't know where it come from, but she looks. My friend was just totally shocked, and yeah.
beautiful, cool weather on the lake. Lovely.
Oh, nice.
Lovely. It's quite funny, left, isn't it? We will now go through this winter season going, God, I can't wait for the summer.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the summer. Bloody cold and all the rest of it. And then all of a sudden we're all going, it's too bloody hot. I can't wait for the winter.
Yeah, but we won't actually get snow because Farnborough doesn't get snow. It goes round it. We've got like this.
We live in an anomaly.
Yeah. We're like an oubliette.
We've got a big airfield here, okay, which is now civilian, but for many years was a military airfield, and it had a big. It's gone now, but it had a big research institute attached to it. You know.
Mm.
Yeah, I used to put tinfoil on my head just to keep myself safe. And I've never known it snow here in Farnborough. Not proper snow.
No.
I've seen snow 4 miles away. I've seen snow 20 miles away.
It has maybe about 10 years ago, but not up there.
But we don't seem to get snow here. And I put it down to either they've interfered with the atmosphere above it, or what is probably more obvious is it is a massive airfield.
I don't blame you, Andy. It gets cold up Godalming.
And it creates its own microclimate. So I think that might be affecting it as well. But yeah. Very good, Bill. Very good.
Yeah, so now on the Hog's back. Yeah, but Farnborough, no.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah, Lee, our son, he does that to people. He speaks in Czech.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Because obviously he lives out in Prague now. So
yeah, Broadwater Lake, nice like that.
Mm.
I remember fishing there as a nipper. Broadwater. My dad used to work at a garage at Peasmarsh.
Mm.
Broadwater was only that a little bit further down. It's that one on the right as you come into Godalming.
Oh, is it that big huge one that's opposite where the harvester used to be?
That's it.
Ah, I wonder
what. That was one of our first proper evenings out. That was, wasn't it? The harvester there. We went for our lunch or a tea meal.
Yeah, my sister lives in Godalming. So what are you going to be fishing for? Is it pike season yet?
Not yet.
Not yet? No.
Not yet. What would I be fishing for if I was fishing at the minute? Probably chub.
A bit scrappy at Peasmarsh.
Roach. Yeah, temperature's coming down now. That's what I'll be fishing for.
Just don't go on the canals trying to fish for crocodile caimans.
Yeah, it used to. Simon, I don't. It's gone now. I don't think it's long gone. Colburns at Peasmarsh Edge, the other side of the green, used to be the VW place. That's long gone now. Although I did see they got a new Harley. Well, it's been there about 10 years. Got the Harley branch there. Government. That's done a few deals over there over the years, haven't we? Mm-hmm. Yes. I'll buy your knackered Harley.
Pike. I like pike and perch. That's what I like. I've got some really nice little lures.
Yeah. I don't do my pike till that water temperature's dropped. Once the water temperature's dropped and it's down, we had a couple of frosts and that, then I'm quite happy to fish.
Yeah, Harley Guildford. Yeah.
Yeah, it slows them down a bit.
Yeah, we're watching some of the quite often sometimes watch the game
Oh yeah,
wardens.
blimey.
And they had people fishing from a bridge in Florida. No, was it Florida?
We
Yeah, it was
were-
Florida. Catching fish. They were only allowed 5, and they had 11, and they hadn't even got a license. They thought they did because one had done a shark
Yeah, but it
course.
was what shocked me was we watched a whole series of programs about game wardens and that in the States. What shocked me, I'm often hearing about how restrictive the UK is. And actual fact, you know what? Licenses upon licenses, permits, numbers.
Yeah.
Once I got permission to shoot deer out here, I got permission to shoot deer. It's as simple as that. As long
And
as
yeah, if you do shoot,
Yeah.
you've got to put a tag on it. If you haven't put a tag on it, you get in trouble. You got to. We did watch one. This man was shameful. He shot elk, was it?
Yeah.
And because he couldn't be bothered to cut the meat off, all he took was
took the pride,
took
that was it.
the legs and left majority of the meat behind.
Even left the back strap behind.
Yeah.
Just, you know, but there we go. That happens. So yeah, I was quite red tape. It's it was quite interesting to see. I mean, like I suppose everywhere you go in the world, there's always somebody developing a way of taking more pennies out of your pocket. And they always do it with the right means, which is we're doing it for conservation, which is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm all let's conserve it. Let's make sure all my grandchildren, great grandchildren, great grandchildren get to see this, fish it, hunt it, and so on. I'm all for that. But don't blow smoke up my bum and tell me that you're doing it for my good when you're making profits out of it.
What bugs me is you see these people. They I've watched it in this country. People who shouldn't be in this country are down fishing for fish, and they're taking all the fish. Not doesn't matter what size it is. They're just fishing all these fish, and they're leaving rubbish everywhere. And
cultural
you need this. If you don't, the reason why you're given a certain length of fish that you can take is because you've got to allow it. It's the same as lobsters, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got to be allowed to produce. Yeah. And if you take all the little ones, then when the big ones don't go, you've got nothing.
The other thing is it impacts on food chains, doesn't it? You take all the small fish, the big fish have got nothing to eat. The big fish end up in poor quality and die. So but that's the same with everything. So there is a fine line. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for conservation and I'm all for rangers, I'm all for wardens. And there is a line that has to be walked, but it has to be a sensible line.
That's it, Jess. You get a lot of them, they're just looking for something to pick at. And they don't bother listening, and they did it all wrong. And that's one of your prime experts, isn't it?
Yeah. Jess, I get it all the time. And
in their little world, they're precious. That's what it is. That's what I always think to myself. They're precious, and
or you get the ones that don't watch the video all the way through and only take that first 5 seconds and then make a comment on it about how you're doing it wrong and they've always done it this way or the other way. And the prime example of that was many years ago when we were doing, 2 years ago when we were doing bow drill. Had a gentleman email me or message me. Yeah.
But later, never, love.
I was talking about the difficulties of bow drill, and he came back with, I can light a bow drill fire anywhere in the world within 5 minutes. It's not a problem. Just taking the materials from the wild takes you 5 minutes. I can do it, and all the rest of the other. And I was fascinated, so I sent him a message back. Yeah, but it's really interesting that. How do you do it? What is the technique? What is just because this guy does have some miraculous method? And he said, right, first of all, you need a yucca plant. And I was like, nearest yucca plant I've got to me here is probably growing in one of my neighbour's windowsills.
Or B&Q's garden section.
So again, a lot of people watch videos based on where they live. And they might live in a completely different climate, a completely different place. And they then equate what you're doing as wrong because that's not what they do where they are. And sometimes you just got broad shoulders about it and go, you're not actually looking at where I am. You know, I get the regular comments like, why don't you just go out and shoot yourself a whitetail? And I said, well, if I had a whitetail in the UK and I had the permit and the right rifle for it, I'd probably shoot a whitetail. But I'm not going to shoot the white-tailed. Well, why don't you go and do this? Oh, why aren't you carrying a pistol? I've had that one. No, you're doing an overnight camp. Why aren't you carrying a sidearm? One, I can't. Two, I don't feel the need to. I've got no grizzly bears. I've got no cougar. I've got nothing around here. The worst thing that could happen to me at night is I get out for a pee in the dark, stub my toe on a hedgehog. You know, that's about the worst thing that's going to happen. But again, you just...
Simon's asking you about you.
Mate, oh, yeah, it's doing well.
He's fine and dandy.
Yeah. Did a pressure test the other day. You know, it goes pressure testing. And if I stood in the cubicle, it's going to look like rain the other side. Yeah, I can get it over the top of the door. It's all going well, mate. It's all going well.
Or Pop will squat on a nettle, yeah. Or do like poor old Willow did out on the moors.
Yeah.
He cocked his leg on a flipping gorse bush.
Yeah. Yeah, and everybody have a thought for Wild Bear. Poor old Wild Bear at the moment. She's very, very ill.
Is she?
She's having breathing difficulties. She's had abandoned a couple of missions, and she's having breathing difficulties. And I'm not. This isn't me having a pop or a laugh. I actually like Wild Bear. I think she's done some brilliant videos, some great adventures, and that. But she's not well, and that's a damn shame because I know she absolutely has a love of and a passion for getting outdoors. So, yeah, it's hopefully, Wild Bear, if you see this, all the best to you, and I hope you get well soon. I hope it's nothing too serious. You are in our thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, great. Jess, the nearest bear we got in this country is a badger.
Badger.
Yes.
Yeah, so, all you got to do at the badger is growl at it.
Yeah.
Growl at the badger.
Yeah, you saw a hedgehog Friday night, at work. Yeah, my sister had one in her garden. We had one a few weeks ago in our front garden. We haven't had one for about 15 years, have we?
No, he was out there birding, grunting away, which is good news because, of course, any country lad knows if you hear a hedgehog grunting, he's on the trail of a female. Yeah, and then you hear that rustling of the old quills and you know what's going on. You know there's at least two hedgehogs.
Yeah, we have got vicious stoats and the old mink that some dear little student has let free because it wanted, but again, deserves freedom. Yeah.
Is it a threat to a person? Not really, is it?
That mink on the canal.
Yeah, it did jump on the boat.
You went off chasing it with a flipping oar and it come at me at the boat in the boat.
Yeah, it was a bit aggressive though. But, I mean, all right. The oar sorted that out. Yeah. One ex-mink.
We got the red squirrels up in Ireland with Owen. Yeah. He's standing in the tree, swearing at him.
Yeah. Well, the only trouble with mink is, do you know what? They must stretch that skin a long way to make the jackets. Because I tell you, they're only little.
Yeah. Yeah, they are natty. They are vicious little buggers.
Oh yeah.
And they doesn't matter what size you are, they all come at you.
No fear of anything.
Yeah.
They have no fear, no natural fear at all. And that's the problem with the mink. A mink won't just kill in the UK for food. No. He will work his way down the riverbank, and any living thing that's in his territory gets wiped out.
They love frogs as well, don't they? They love to decimate frogs. Ducks, ducklings, your cat. I had a story today. For Cornwall Police, they a couple of the policemen come out to their high speed BMW estate, and it was making a really strange noise. And when they opened the bonnet, they could hear a cat, a kitten, mewing, and they had to go next door to Quick Fit for their engineers to come round and take some of the wheel arch apart to get this little tiny
cats, they will get
2-day-old kitten.
Places.
Yeah, they reckon the mum probably had it under the
She got in there and had the kitten under there. Got off to get some food and away they go.
Yeah, we've seen in the Cornwall. We went to St Tinny Farm, didn't we? And they had a couple of otters come in and decimate their carp and roach and that they had there.
Yeah, they're critters. I don't know. The otter was never actually wiped out here, so as far as I'm concerned, he exists. He's more than welcome. He's a natural inhabitant. But they can, if
Mm.
they can be a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
And they're intelligent. You can do all sorts to try and stop them, but they figure one way in, and that's it.
But if you want to watch talk about something really intelligent, obviously it's not in our country, but we were watching a program about a honey badger.
What was the name of that honey badger? It was in South Africa.
Yeah, it was in South Africa. They got this honey badger, and it kept escaping everywhere. No matter where they put it, it escaped. It learned how to slide the bolt across. So they put a bit of wire on it, and it taught his mate how to get up there, take the wire off the sliding bolt, and get out. Yeah, the beavers up in Crieff. It's strange, isn't it? Because some places they do good, and other places that it's not so good. I mean, they got them in Prague to sort out their water problems, and it's been great. Stoffel.
That's it.
Stoffel. Yeah,
Stoffel.
The honey badger.
Stoffel the honey badger.
I love it. It was amazing. Me, Mitch, and Jason was sitting there watching it, and it was
Yeah, it's on YouTube. There's a YouTube video about it. Stoffel the honey badger. Honestly, you want an intelligent animal
dragging the brooms and that to the corner and using that to get out. Make mud balls, flipping, climbing on top of rocks.
Yeah, it was incredible animal. And again, the honey badger. It's not particularly. It's not that it's the toughest animal in the world. It's got no fear. People say to me, "Oh yeah, they can beat lions." No, they can't. Honey badgers get killed by lions. Groups of lions will kill a honey badger, but a honey badger usually wins through shock or just shock and awe. You know, the fact that he will turn around and charge the lions is enough for them to go, "Whoa, this isn't worth the risk."
Yeah.
Incredibly courageous creatures, but I say, is it courageous, or is it just the fact they've learned when everything else is running, just growl and run towards the threat?
Well, I see that there was a alligator with it was walking along with an anaconda wrapped around it. He's like wearing it like a flipping tie.
And today I'm wearing a large snake.
But yeah, it's some of the wildlife there. Yeah. Crows are very clever. Squirrels are very clever. There's so many animals that run circles around us.
Yeah, absolutely incredible animal.
Well, good for you, Mac. Guest ticket, Syndicate in Newbury.
Yeah. There you go, Mac. Yeah. Because Mac's getting back into his fishing. He loves his fishing. Mac, he's they're peaceful days, sat by the water, waiting.
I can beat you on
that moment of exhilaration. Why is my up my connection's unstable?
Oh yeah.
The only thing in this room that's unstable is Willow.
He's under there.
Yeah.
Yeah, after he's dragged another blooming duck upstairs.
Yeah. Natty, you go defrost your freezer, mate. Have a great one. Stay safe. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Have an awesome day, Natty. Yeah, have an awesome evening. I hope the freezer defrosts quickly and easily for you. No dramas, no issues. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, because everyone will be overfilling it for Christmas. How long's a piece of string, Jess? Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. Jess, there are many hundreds out there. I can tell you what my favourite is, and at the moment on Amazon it's about 14 quid. It's a nice little box stove, folding box stove. Me and Benny had got one. It's
Benny's
just a little-
one's that it's nearly past tense now,
Yeah.
and his little one.
little folding box stoves. I say little, not little. It's
Yeah.
quite.
Alcohol,
It's like
tiny gas one,
alcohol,
twig
yeah.
stove,
Yeah.
fire pit, barbecue. You can
Yeah,
do
so-
it in a can. You can do them in cans.
Improvised,
can't you?
non-improvised. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's 1,001, and again, it's for me this time of year. If I'm out traipsing and I don't want to take from the environment, gasifier stoves and wood pellets are away from me. Light, easy to carry, really, really fuel efficient. Creates a lot of heat. Brilliant for making a brew on the go. Absolutely fantastic, and leaves no trace. The ash burns away to nothing, and
those
you can
little,
scuff
those
it
little
out.
box stoves are amazing. You just hold them out, put the thingy in, and away.
Gasifier stove. So, right. So those of you that are thinking stoves and you're thinking, what do I get? No. So, I love methylated spirit stoves. Always have done. Always will do. Ain't the fastest thing in the world, but I do like them because you can make them really, really compact.
That's always away, Lee.
Gasifier stoves and wood pellet, lovely. Can't go wrong with it. Kelly kettles. Okay, and now's the time to look for your Kelly kettles because every year it comes up. The woodland schools and bushcrafts, woodland schools and the scouts and that will be getting rid of theirs now, getting ready for the winter season. So they sell theirs on there.
A lot of the Kelly kettles go at this time of year as well.
They're only allowed to use their Kelly kettle for a year or for a season, and then they have to dispose of them and get new ones. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these things. You'll start seeing them on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and that. Pick yourselves up a Kelly kettle. Absolutely. And somebody wants to know if you had to walk off into the wilds, what would you take cook system wise? And I always say Kelly kettle. Because I can carry water in it, I can boil in it, I can cook with it, I can make a safe fire pit out of it. It does everything I want it to do. The only downside of the Kelly kettle is it's a bit more bulky. But if you're going long term, does bulky really matter? It's not heavy, it's just an odd shape. Yeah. So, yeah. So I do go Kelly kettle. And I would say to anybody that hasn't got one, Kelly kettle.
You think how old the Kelly kettle is? Because it's the man who does it now. Is his grandfather? Was his
grandson?
Yeah, it's a grandson of the person who did it.
And there are many different variations on the Kelly kettle, but they are absolutely brilliant. Primus gas stove, Primus.
Yeah,
can't go wrong with Primus gas stove. They work well. Yeah, they do the job.
You can
eBay, Facebook Marketplace.
Yep.
Yeah, if you want a second hand.
I believe we got one of ours that was ex stock for scouts, and I don't even think it had been used. But because like you said, they can only use it once. So yeah, but definitely the marketplace. Storm 1 litre, 1 man, drab olive available. Excellent. There's a mini Kelly kettle. But they're just going on and on and on, don't they?
Right.
That's the rocket stove, wasn't it?
Yeah. All right. One tracker kit, 600 mil, £67. That's the full kit with all the bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Gilly Kettle Explorer 1, £54 on Amazon.
Yeah. So try it Amazon as well. But it's just a matter of looking around all of them. Amazon. I mean, I went on the marketplace and I got a brand new Dutch oven for £25.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, it's a piece of equipment that you'll buy it once and you will have it for donkey's years, and you will learn to love and enjoy it. They are eBay,
Simon
50
quid,
1.3 litre Kelly kettle.
Simon was saying fire lays for winter.
Fire lays for winter? Yeah, could do that, mate. Could do that. Simple fire lays. So you're talking about the sort of things where yeah, the combination fire lay, so your fast heat fire lay for those situations where you're wet, cold, need heat quickly, and also your long burn fire lay, which really is quite simple, just bigger logs and feed it in slowly. Always makes me laugh how people can light a fire.
Well, yeah, Bill was saying that he's got birthday Amazon voucher to spend. It's a Kelly kettle or a Swiss stove. He doesn't need them, but wants. He said, "What do you think?"
I'll go with the Kelly. Yeah, I'll go with the Kelly. Yeah, long fires. Yeah.
Damp ground overhead shelter, expedient demonstrate.
Yeah. Easy done, mate. Simple video. Yeah, well, this is the thing. I get out and do a bit more. Get back to some of the basics. Kelly kettles, yeah. If there's one piece of kit I would say to you as a prepper, as well as somebody who enjoys his survival camping or a set, grab yourself a Kelly kettle, because you know, I can boil 1.2 litres of water in minutes. I can sterilise that water in minutes. It uses the minimum amount of fuel, and the clever thing is, the finer the fuel, the better it burns.
It's easier to get little thing than trying to get logs to
and it's
fit
a rocket
in your
stove.
stove.
So once you've got it lit, you can drop stuff in there that's damp. Whatever you've got can go in there, and in an emergency, you can burn almost anything in one of those things, and they will just keep going and pumping out the heat. Absolutely brilliant bit of kit. I do love them.
Twiglets work best. Yeah, but the new Twiglets are tiny. The Twiglets used to get in a big box, in the same size box as a Malteser box. They were better.
And as Kitten said, and it's a still. Yeah. So you can, those of you that might want to make something that's a little bit more warming in the winter, using your Kelly kettle, you can produce.
As it's slow weather.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you could legally use it to make your own moonshine, but it's the basis of a still. It's not hard to do. Drill a hole in the rubber pipe on the top. Get yourself your bit of copper tubing.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, Kitten. My Lemmy has got the top 4 leaves are dark green now, and I've even got little baby leaves.
Yep.
Would it work with wood
pellets? I use mine with wood pellets all the time. Right. So if you've got a Kelly kettle and you want to use wood pellets, one of the things I suggest you do is make yourself a little raised grill. Okay. What you want is to make yourself just a little bit of raised grill, so that you've got literally that much gap underneath the wood pellet, so that the airflow can get in under the wood pellet and burn through. The idea of a Kelly kettle is it's a volcano. It's a rocket stove, so it draws air in the bottom. As the hot air rises through it, it sucks more air in through the bottom, and it becomes a forced system.
Yeah, mine's been indoors since you gave it to me.
Yeah, so if you've got a bit of mesh, any bit of mesh will do that's good enough to hold the pellet up. Stick it up on a couple of pebbles or something on the bottom so you get the airflow under it. The pellet will work superbly. I've seen a lot of people come unstuck where they've just stuck a handful of pellet in the bottom, and they've overfilled it. It's not able to draw the air in, or when it's drawing the air in, it's drawing the air in along the top of the pellet. Okay, and it's almost burning the pellet out before it can spread. There is a previous video on it. There's a couple of videos on it. Necessity is the mother of all invention. Always. Yeah.
Bill said, as soon as it can be a still, he's definitely having a Kelly kettle now.
Yeah, well, that's it. Now, the beauty of the Kelly kettle is you've got that bung at the top. So if you're going to get a Kelly kettle, try and find ones with the silicon bung, right, with the whistle in it, because you've got no worry about explosions because of the pressure go off. When I say explosion, some of the early ones had a cork, and people would drive the cork in there tight, fill it with water, and of course steam builds up, pressure builds up, and it blows the cork out, splashes everywhere. But the silicon bungs have a whistle in them. Now, what you can do with that whistle is just a little flap with a washer in it, and if you took that washer out, you can actually put a bit of copper pipe in there or a bit of plastic pipe in there. So if you were using it to shall we say, distilled water.
Yeah, they've got
If
new
you-
ones got chain attached as well, haven't
Yeah.
they?
If you were distilling salt water, so you're now trying to use a still, same method as you'd use to produce alcohol, but you're at the sea or you're doing it for seawater, you can use that to distill the water, takes the steam off, leaves the salt in the bottom of the kettle. Now, bear in mind, your kettle is now going to be useless because you've got salt in it. You're going to take a lot of washing out to get that sorted, but it is a still. You could use it to distill. Yeah. Yeah. So, with the great chain attached, the chain's essential for pouring it. In fact, yeah, my mate, the Kelly Kettle, I've got a video on that. Have a look at it. I go through everything, the usage of the Kelly Kettle, how to pour it. Because again, there is a bit of a trick to that if you don't know it, you find yourself wondering how's this damn thing work? And there is a tip. Biggest tip I can give you is once it's lit, the handle only ever goes perpendicular to the top. So if you think your Kelly Kettle's that shape, the handle only ever goes out that way. Never lift the handle over the top, because that's a jet engine. It will strip the hairs off the back of your hand in seconds. So, yeah, well worth
Safety.
Then you don't necessarily have to have a look at mine. Have a look at other people's videos with the
Because
Kelly
you can
Kettle.
use on the chain to,
Yeah, I mean,
when you
I've got the Kelly Kettle
tilt it, you can use the chain to help you. Hello, Will.
So that's my Kelly Kettle. There are many Kelly Kettles like it. This Kelly Kettle is mine. So when I say don't lift the handle over the top, obviously what you've got to remember, set this up properly, is that's the exhaust. So all the excess heat's roaring out from there. So when you pick your Kelly Kettle up, you pick it up by the handles like that, and you carry it that way. When you want to pour it, you pop the cork off, pull on the chain, and you pour it that way. Yeah. So it keeps your hands away from the heat and everything else like that. And when I say about it's the green silicone type.
Hi, Silver.
Yeah.
Someone's got a Full Metal Jacket.
Now, the base for the Kelly Kettle is also your hobo stove. Okay, so that's your base. Bear in mind you get a lot of heat on the bottom of that as well. Don't stick it on a plastic table. I've seen people do that. That's your hobo stove. So that can then, once you boiled your water, you can slip that over the top. That way, put a pan on it. And if you had to, your kettle will go on it. So you can set it all up, drop your twigs in, get your heat going, take that off, cook on that. Okay, brilliant. Fry on it, do whatever you need to. And that's what I like about it. It's quite an efficient system.
Yeah, Jess said she's got her friend's got an extension kit so she can fry on the top bit of the kettle.
Yeah, I've got a little cross piece that slots in the top.
Yeah.
And that allows you to put a saucepan or something on top of the kettle. And they work well. They are a great piece of camp kit, especially if you've got a stable camp for, say, several days.
He was in Full Metal Jacket.
Excellent. I was in a straitjacket.
Good evening, Jason.
Hi, Jace. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good.
Guess what we had for tea, Jason?
Yeah.
A little silver side of beef.
Thank you very much, Jason. Had a bit of beef. In fact, I'm going to have a bit of beef when this finishes tonight. I'm going to have a beefy sandwich, I think. Oh, how you doing, brother? Hopefully you're good. Long day, I expect.
Yeah, and it's damp. It's a bit moist out there, isn't it?
Yes, a bit damp, soggy.
Yes.
Soggy. Yeah. So there we go. 1 hour and 38 minutes. I tell you what, guys, I'm going to wrap it up shortly because I'm nearly out of cider. And now that it's been mentioned, that beef has got my name written on it.
It's cool. I'm going to have some of that loaf, I think.
Yeah, a bit of crusty bread.
I'm going to have cheese on toast. Because I got some Cornish crackle. I couldn't get any in blooming Bodmin.
Now you twisted my arm.
In Bodmin, David Stowe do the cheese, and I looked in Morrison's and it said Cornish crackler, and I went to go get it, and all they had was a mild normal.
Jace, that beef was, it's definitely up to standard. And you
Oh,
can tell the animal's got that bit of aging to it. It's
You didn't need a knife. You
lovely.
just gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it just fell apart. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Ooh, chicken and wild mushroom soup. Very
Yeah.
nice.
How are you getting on with the foraging, Jess? You managed to get any chicken in the woods yet? Nice, Simon. No worries. You have permission to leave the square, sir.
Yeah.
Stand down.
Good night, sir.
Yes.
Oh, good evening, Jason.
Hello, mate. Sorry, mate. Not Jason. Don't ever
yeah.
have to apologise. It's just good to know you're all right. That's the main thing. How you doing, brother?
Well, at least you got a little bit of your you got a little bit of your social tonight.
Oh yeah, yes. You did your social.
So we've got both the Jasons coming, one after the other.
Yes, you certainly did. So Channel's 3-year-old today or this week, mate. It's
3 years.
3 years we've been going. Still not a millionaire. Good try. I'm gonna decide on what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some accidental gusset shots across the fire because they seem to be the ones that are working the best at the moment. You know, it's just like, you know, just through the flames. Oh, there's his inner thigh, and away. Seems to work. It works for other people anyhow. Penny buns, hedgehogs. Oh, nice. Well, my son Dan, he was out doing his mushroom hunting this morning. So he was in the forests around Prague. So he was out in the Czech Republic, and he was showing me his what should we say, his baggage. Stuff in there I've never noticed before. But again, they know what they're looking at. And his partner Tessie, she's definitely up on her.
They were all brought
she
up with,
she can literally look at a woodland and go, you will find this, and this in there.
Because
and
they're brought
be
up to identify all the mushrooms.
Nice.
Two types of bluet.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I see there was sort of what's the one that honey fungus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was lots of pictures of the honey fungus on the trees in the New Forest.
Oh, Jess, bag of tricks there. Protein. Yeah, it's fungi. It's a difficult. I mean, I know what I like. I'm not an expert by any means, but I know what I like. But I tend to keep plant identification to a minimum with a channel because I just hate to think of somebody cocking it up, and I'm not an expert. And if I mispronounce something, or I
misidentify it,
misidentify something on a video, I just wouldn't want anybody else to make a mistake. I'm happy and confident in what I know I can eat and what I can manage on. So I just keep that one to myself. But it's a fantastic thing to learn. It's a fascinating subject, and it's not just food. There is so many medicinal uses of it. I mean, I've been taking lion's mane on a regular basis, and it's really helping my concentration. You know, my concentration, my cognitive ability has increased. I feel a lot more alert, a lot better for it. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. The first thing I was ever taught about fungi was learn the poisonous ones first. Learn the ones that to be avoided first, and then concentrate what you can eat. It's the same thing with foraging. I always say to people, learn the toxins first, learn the dangerous things first, learn to identify those. Once you've learned to identify those, if it's not on your toxic list, then you can start looking at the edibles. But it's more important to know what will kill you than it is what you can eat, especially when it comes to, and I've seen it again this week, somebody sitting there going, oh, and I hate it when they say, oh, that parsley-like plant you see there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's drop work, hemlock. Well, that's the most stupid phrase. I mean, to actually say the word parsley before you've told people how dangerous it is, when we know how the mental state of the human being works,
we
tend to take the first piece of information. So we pick up on that. And there will be somebody out there that their brain will go parsley, and that's all parsley, and that is just,
Yeah.
it's literally, I always, when I'm identifying it, I will sit there to people, take them to the water course, and I go, this plant is
Dangerous.
this is lethal. This will
this is
kill
good
you.
night Vienna.
This is not, I'm going to the hospital, I'm going to get stomach pumped. This is, you are going to die, and you're going to die an excruciating death. And it does look like carrots. It is that parsley or that carrot family, that fluffy top. But again, you've got to reiterate to them before you even say the word parsley, edible, or anything nice. Reiterate how lethal it is, because again, I've had people come to me with handfuls of it and go, "We've been picking watercress." That's not watercress. That's not watercress. I know it's growing near the watercress, but that's not watercress.
Yeah.
That is Mr.
Yeah,
Nasty
it's the same old thing of people picking what they think is ransoms.
Yeah.
When they're not, they're lily of the valley, because they all grow in together.
Bill, he wasn't far off it, mate. Oh, that times I've had people picking or thinking they're picking magic mushrooms. We used to get them on the ranges all the time in the autumn. We used to have one of our ranges quite close to the city of Winchester. Got a big college, a nice car park, great car park. And on a winter's morning when the mist is rising off the ranges, people think it's public access. It's very much not. And I have had teams of people out on their hands and knees in the mist, picking every single mushroom that is that tall that they can find to take home and make tea. And I've looked at their bags of mushrooms and gone, you've got one or two in there, which I'm not going to show you. The rest of them are going to kill you. Throw them away. It's just so dangerous. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. Hello, Willow.
Giant hogweed. Yeah, that's another nasty. That's where those of you that know me see the rash on my arms. That's what happens when you're strimming. And that wasn't giant hogweed. That was actually ragwort. I was strimming ragwort, and I had my sleeves rolled up. Well, I wasn't stringing ragwort. I was stringing, at the time, I was strimming just long grass. And I hadn't realised that the ragwort was in there because it hadn't come into flower. And what I'd done was basically peppered my arms, my forearms, with loads and loads of ragwort. And of course, you don't realise it. So the acid got to work. I'm left with scars that are photosensitive. So through the winter now, my arms aren't too bad. But in the summer, my forearms come up with red blotches. At the moment, if I run my hand over it, I can feel little dry raised patches, which isn't, as the dermatologist said, there's absolutely nothing we can do. Once it's in your system, it's there for life. Wouldn't surprise me, Jace. Yeah. UV does the same thing. Yeah, hogweed does the same thing. Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah. Well, this is this. Basically, even with ragwort, once you've done it, you've got it for life. It's there. It's going to affect you for the rest of your days. The only thing I can do with it in the summer months is I'll put a barrier cream on, a UV barrier cream. That stops it from getting irritated and inflamed. Yes, Jace can tell you lots of stories about monks. Can't you, Jace? But that may be for another night.
What, around the fire?
Around the fire, chat some of the interesting experiences some of us have had. Some of the giggles. Just brilliant. This is the way to do it. Set yourself a goal, train yourself to it, and it is completely possible. Okay? Completely possible. And don't turn your back on the insect world. Right? Absolutely fantastic fascinating world. It doesn't look so palatable, and I will be honest with you, in all terms, isn't. But if you're going to learn to forage, if you're going to learn to genuine survival skills, start also looking up on your invertebrates, okay? Because many of them will could save your life in a dire situation. But there are also on the side, likewise, the exact same fungi. There are some you absolutely 100% without doubt avoid at all costs. My top tip to you there is don't ever eat a caterpillar.
Andy's asking about the camp. Do you want to remind him about the
camp? No camp this year. End of camps this year. With the operation on my prostate, it's put us back. The goal is going to be the spring. We're going to look at the spring. I'm going to be chatting to Gareth on Saturday. I'm up there doing some training. In fact, I'm running a training course on Saturday. I've got a couple more training courses organised as well for people. So
you haven't missed it.
You haven't missed it, mate. You will be down for the next one. You're definitely down for the next one. And as soon as I get it organised, I will give you a shout.
And Simon has volunteered me to make some of my. I'll make the cake.
Yeah.
And other bits and pieces.
So, Tiger Lily, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi, Tiger Lily. Yeah, and the other thing, Andy, it's not just the health. And I'll be honest with you all. My hopefully, finally, fingers crossed, finally, my pension gets sorted out this month. Because I'm not in dire straits, but I need to get it sorted because everything's relying on that, and I need to move forward. So hopefully that's going to get sorted out. Jess is going to bring the wild garlic bread. Oh, excellent! This is going to be a feast. This camp.
I'm going to do the courgette. That's it, courgette cake, and there was something else I was doing. Some biscuits, I think it was.
Me and Jason bring the Dutch oven sets down.
Yep.
That'll do me. Oh, mate, everything's going great guns. Everything is going great guns. My health issues are in the past, hopefully, and receding rapidly behind me as I accelerate away into a new epoch of energy, thriviness, and thriftiness. No, not thriftiness. Whatever, energy, and excitement, and looking forward to new adventures, new paths.
Yeah,
new
because
journeys.
he was due to go to America to go visit with John and D, Mr. D, and he can't fly.
I was supposed to be in America actually this month, isn't it?
Yep.
Which I can't do. Or I had to cancel, which was a bit of annoying on health grounds. But I'm hoping to do that next year. So hence I've said I've got an international trip organised for next year. Yes, Mr. D, I'm coming to see you and your lovely mother.
Yes.
And hopefully, if I can wangle it some way or other, get down to see John. So, yeah, there is a mission.
There's going to be a trip out into the moors, hopefully, if they want to go.
Yes, this trip. So I'm going to try and next year organise a few days out on Bodmin Moor if there's anybody that's interested in joining me. It's going to be a backpack job, so it'll be basically what you need. There is very rare or very few places you're going to swing a hammock there, so it is going to be on the ground, unfortunately. But we'll get out and do Rail Tor, Brownwilly, Cat's Hole, and then possibly drop over to the other side towards the Hurlers cheese ring and that. So it'll be a couple of days out on the moors. It'll be, nice adventure. For those of you that like moorlands.
Oh, yeah. So, Jason just said, he said, what will I do for the next camp? You need to be there to find out. And of course, we've got a trip to Wales and, of course, Dumfries and Galloway.
Yeah. So, lots of travel for next year.
I mean, Jason, you keep doing this food and you're raising the level,
bar,
you know.
Yeah. The bar keeps going.
Yeah.
Lee, you'd be more than welcome. It's going to be an open invite.
No, Jason's. Jason.
No, it's talking about the moors.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So Jess has got a video up. The Bushcraft Shelter Camp video. It's up. She'd like everybody's opinion on the Alcasol stove. So dive over. Give Jess a look. Watch the video.
And
give her the opinion on the stove. Tell her what you think. Yeah.
And also, Bill would like to know, he's got a new hoop bivvy
Yeah.
I was thinking one of those small cat litter dehumidifiers would keep the condensation down. Not very bushcrafty, but would it work, do you think?
Bill, I have no idea, but it's worked to me. Do it. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
It's got to be worth a try, isn't it?
And if it does really well, then that's another good bit of information to pass on to others.
Yeah. And again, if it does work, let me know, because again, we will share it. We'll get it out to people. It's a great idea and a great top tip. Right, anyhow, so 1 hour and 54 minutes. Guys, lovely ladies and gentlemen, I am going to wish you all good night. I'm going to give you a good sort of 6 minutes to say good night to one another, have a chat amongst yourself while I just sit here and look at the comments, stare lovingly at the camera, giving you my best manly look. And
I wish you. I was about to say you should
hope
on my
you've
foot.
all had
It
a
wasn't
great
dog.
time.
Yeah, I've seen those dehumidifiers at caravans.
Stealth, brother. Give my regards to Flack and the other guys.
Stealth.
Jess, thank you very much. Bill, thank you very much. Lee Michelle, as always, thank you, brother, for your support, your love, your care. To John, I know you're camping. I know you're probably going to watch this on catch up. Missed you, brother.
Yeah.
But I hope you had a great time. And to those guys that are out on your camp with you, enjoy, fellas. Enjoy. 3 Dog. Night, brother. Catch up with you soon. Teresa. Thank you, sweetheart.
Night, Teresa.
Outdoors Apprentice Kiwi. Brother, take it easy. Be good. Have an awesome week. Dirty Faces.
Night, Bill.
Cheers, bro.
Bushcraft
Sussex. Bushcraft Sussex.
Andy.
Have a great one, mate. Take it easy. Andy Taylor. Have a great night. Look after yourself.
Oh, Lavoo. Oh, good night, my love.
Kitten. Portia. Sending my love. Live in Lavoo. Night, mate. Take it steady. Say hi to the horses for me. Much appreciated. And give my love to your missus.
The dog's under the table going, was he?
I think that's everybody. Hopefully, if I haven't mentioned your name, Lefty and Lavon.
Lefty and Lavon, yeah.
Oh, it was a good day to you.
Yeah. Right, Jay, see you tomorrow, lovey.
Jay, see you tomorrow, mate. No worries, same time as usual. Coffee pot will be on. And to Bailey. Bailey, thank you very much for walking the dog for me.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Have a
He's
good one.
Good boy.
Well, just say good night to everybody. Come on in.
No, he's been a
Come on in.
He's been a hoolie.
Oh, come on. There we go. Well, there you go. Say good night to your fans. Yeah, they only come here to see you.
Yeah, not us.
There you go.
It's you.
They're in there. Yeah, all those people inside there. Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody.
Night, Mac.
Right. Night, Mac. Have an awesome week wherever you are in this glorious world.
And Jason. Yeah.
Get outside, have some fun, get some fresh air. All right. Enjoy yourselves. Have an adventure. No matter how big, doesn't matter how small. Have an adventure. Give yourself 5 minutes to just breathe in that air, look at the world, and go, I don't care what's going on. I'm having an awesome day. All right. But other than that, most importantly than anything, love those you do, forgive those you don't. May peace and light be upon you all. This has been Mick, Kaz, Mac, the guys from Tarpack, Willow, and all you guys. I'm not going to name you all, but all you guys, you know you are. Have an awesome week, guys.
See you next week.
Catch you next Sunday. Mick and Kaz out.
Bye.